Namaste. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a 30-minute chair yoga class. It's designed for my local senior center, but it would be really good, I believe, for anybody of any level to enjoy, even Olaf, the old man. But I think also, especially for beginners and people who have to spend too many hours of their day seated in their chair. This class is designed to focus on digestion and self-care, slowing things down. As we get into the holiday season, we always like to see these yoga classes that kind of help us get back in touch with ourselves and taking care of ourselves and digestion especially. We always get those big holiday meals and all those holiday treats coming at us, and it's hard to say no. And maybe like, why should we, But we can do things to help ourselves balance that out. We can do it with our yoga poses and our yoga mindset. Before I start the actual class, I'd like to just mention my last yoga video. I got a comment saying a nice thing, that they enjoyed the sequence, but that they found that all the ads were very disruptive. And I agree. YouTube puts all these ads in the middle of a class and you're trying to flow and stay focused and stay mindful, and then all of a sudden, poof, there's this ad in your face. So I looked into it, and it turns out that if you are a YouTube partner, you can remove those commercials from the middle of your video. And so that is now a goal of mine. I'd really like to do that. The only way I can do that, though, is by having 500 subscribers and 1,000 watch hour times, or 3 million shorts views, which I don't think is ever going to happen, or I don't even want it to happen. But I think that I'm about halfway there, honestly, with subscribers and watch hours. So as much as I hate to hear the phrase like and subscribe, if you would subscribe, I would appreciate it, so that we can take out those commercials that are so disruptive in the middle of the class. I'd appreciate it, and I think everybody watching would appreciate it, right? So there's that. Thank you. And let's start by getting tall in our chair. Check in with your posture, if you can move your feet from under your big dog's butt, and sitting tall. Rolling your shoulders up and back, closing your eyes and taking a deep breath and letting it go. As we breathe in deep and slow and steady, we start to regain control over our body and its fight or flight response. Our sympathetic nervous system is constantly being fired up over the holiday season, right? We're stressed, we've got this going on, we've got that going on, we've got this to do by this deadline, we have so much. But we need to step back and take care of ourselves, and we can do that first and foremost by focusing on the breath. Taking out time for self-care. As a nurse for 20 some odd years, I can tell you that people get through the holidays. They go and they go and they go and they get through, and they don't take time for themselves. And then all of a sudden afterwards, they crash. They get sick, things go on. They just run themselves down. I see this every year that I've been a nurse. So let's really take time out for ourselves throughout the holiday season, before the big meals, after the big meals, and come back to the breath. Get out of that fight or flight syndrome and take it back to the breath and slow things down. Focus on self-care. You can't care for others if you don't care for yourself, right? By tuning into the breath, we slow our heart rate down. We increase our circulation to the gut. It aids in digestion, and that is so important during the holiday meals. We feel ourselves all tied up in knots, and we need to let go. So we breathe in deep and we let it go. We feel the stress and we let that go. Because take time to care for yourselves. In this yoga class, we'll have a whole bunch of poses that'll aid in digestion, so that we can enjoy those holiday meals without letting it take us down. So one more deep breath, filling the lungs as much as you can, and letting it go completely, and then open the eyes. I feel like I'm chasing the sun here. I'm in Olaf's usual corner of the lawn, just getting a little bit of last autumn warmth. Let's roll the shoulders up and back and take the hands out to the sides. Breathing in, stretch the arms out and up, reaching up, and then letting go. Exhaling fully as the arms come down. Inhaling, stretching and breathing. And exhaling fully, draw in the abdomen, pull up the diaphragm, emptying the lungs. And one more time, inhaling, let the belly go, filling the lungs, feeling the sides of the body stretch. And release, exhaling back down. Okay, we'll do some side stretches. We're starting to work on the abdomen with the side stretches, right? Let's take the feet just a little bit wider to make some space. Take the left arm up and over and just feel that side stretch. You're a little contracting here on the right side where your colon is, but you're really expanding here on the other side where the colon is descending. Come back up to center and then reach out and up, going over to the left side. On the left side of the body, your colon again, it's just kind of squishing in, you're compressing all that circulation, and then release, feel all the blood flowing back. We're going to do a lot of twists today as well. Inhaling out and up, stretching and release. Other side, stretch out and up, go over and release. Just as long as I've mentioned the colon before we do our twist. So I'm going to describe this on my body for my right and your left, but then when I do the class, we'll be mirroring each other. But so, you know, when we eat, we fill up our bellies and then we fill them up more and then we eat a little more. And then everything finally passes through the small intestines, all the little wiggly stuff. And it goes down to the right side of the body, right? And then it goes up the ascending colon and it goes over to the transverse colon and then it goes down the descending colon and then it wiggles out the end. So when we do our yoga, we want to include this mind-body connection. You know, we want to make this connection between our brain and our gut, just that physical stimulation. And also, we want to work on releasing everything in the gut, and we want to kind of compress and release so that we're giving like fresh blood flow. You know, like when you squeeze your hands together, you get fresh blood flow. It feels really good. So we want to do the same thing to aid with our digestive process. So we'll begin with a twist. We'll take our left ankle over our right. You also have the option to take your knee over, or if you want to deepen your twist, you want to work on your hips a little bit, you can go into this figure 4. After a full meal, I kind of like to take it easy. You don't want to trigger that deep hip sensation necessarily, but you know, that might work for you. So find your level and then we'll start to twist. We'll take our right hand over our left knee, get tall. You can take your left shoulder, roll up and back, initiating the twist from high in the spine. And then get tall and deepen your twist, looking over your back left shoulder if that's accessible to you. You might want to take your hand and kind of help your belly over that thigh, especially if you've got a full meal in it. Breathe deep and release. Breathing deep and release and unwind. And then we're going to do the cross on the other side. So our right ankle goes over our left, or maybe our right knee goes over, or again, work the hip. Ooh, got company. Or work the hip if that's accessible to you. Hopefully they'll move along. Nope, they're parking right nearby. We'll continue. So crossing the right knee over the left. You take the left hand to that knee. And again, initiate the turn, the rotation in the spine. Do I pause the video or keep going? You know, don't know. Let's keep going for now. Rotate that shoulder open and twist over to your right side, staying tall in the spine, and then deepening the twist as much as feels comfortable for your body. You might want to start these slow and then get deeper with each progressive twist. Okay, thank you, Olaf. That's enough. We're twisting around, looking over that back shoulder, filling the belly, letting the belly expand when you're breathing, finding space with each breath, and then unwind back to center. Let's pause and do a cat-cow in the middle, and you'll feel with the cat-cows when we do the cat section, you'll be contracting that transverse colon. So place your hands on your knees. And first, let's pull the heart and the belly forward, making room, breathing in, and then exhaling, rounding the spine into a C shape, like a Halloween cat. And again, you'll feel that contraction and that compression over that transverse colon, and then return to neutral. And then one more time, pull the belly through, pull the heart through, arching the back like a cow for cow pose. And then rounding again for cat pose, compressing the abdomen, and then coming back to neutral. We'll do our twists again. Take our left ankle over our right, or maybe cross at the knee or again at the hip. You might want to do something different each time. And you can take your right hand outside your left knee, getting tall. Take your left shoulder roll up and back, initiating in the twist in the upper spine, deepening the twist, looking toward your good boy Olaf if you can, and then maybe even looking back over that shoulder. Once you get in your twist, kind of release the muscles that you don't need to engage in the twist. Relax what you can. Only carry as much tension as you need to. We carry tension in so many parts of our body where we only need certain muscles to engage in each activity, right? And then slowly unwind. Change the cross of your legs. Get tall in the spine. Make your seat square in the shoulders and the hips. Take your left hand outside your right knee. Roll the left shoulder up and back. Sorry, your other left, that would be the right. Roll that shoulder up and back, and then twist around. Getting tall in the spine, deepening the twist as much as feels good. Breathing in gently, exhaling fully. Again, reminding yourself to take care of yourself during these times. And sometimes these twists feel like a big much. You don't want to do it right after a meal. You might want to wait a little while. In fact, like what I think is a really nice idea is going for a walk after a meal, just a 2-minute walk. Maybe make it a 5-minute walk. I had this nice idea that we could do that after every meal. Unwind, uncross. But yeah, that's a great theory, and it really does feel good when you do it, especially after these big meals. Instead of just like slumping at the couch or staying at the table so that we could eat more, just go for a 2-minute walk and then turn it into a 5-minute walk or a 10-minute walk, or even better, a half hour, right? And then come back and maybe consider doing some yoga. Okay, so we've got our warm-up done. Let's stand up and continue our warm-up on the ground. If you're just sticking to chair yoga today, the same sequence is perfectly well repeated in the chair, but stand tall. Stand with your feet slightly wide so you've got a steady base. And then inhale, the arms come out and up. Look up. Oops, I'm hitting the tree. Exhale, fold down towards the earth. We want to spend time in our forward fold today that really aids with digestion. Just feel how gravity is assisting our blood flow. When we're in this forward fold, we have the benefit of gravity pulling the blood back towards the heart and everything that's pointing downhill. It's the movement of the body that helps the blood return to the heart, helps our venous system and our venous circulation. Come up to a flat spine, take the arms out and up, reach up, breathing in, and exhale, once again, folding down towards the earth. Nice deep breaths in your forward fold. Linger here, just enjoying the length of our forward fold. And we come up to a flat back. Take the hands to the hips, rise up with a straight spine. And then inhale one more time. The arms come out and up, breathing in. Bump against a tree if you're near a tree. And then exhale, folding down, reaching toward the ground. Like I said, you're really improving your venous circulation in this forward fold. You're compressing the abdomen just a little bit, just enough to kind of squish all that blood, assist with the blood flow. And you're slowing things down. Take this moment to go within. Take a moment to appreciate, to give thanks for making the time to take care of yourself. And then one more time, straighten the spine, hands to the hips, flat back, rise up, and we'll do some side stretches. We'll keep our feet a little wide here. We'll shift our hips to the left. The left arm comes up and goes over. Nice deep breaths. Really feel that side body expand. And then come back. And then shift the hips to the right. Then the right hand comes out and up and over. Really getting some length in the side body. And we come back down. One more time. Shift the hips up and over with the other side. And return. Shifting the hips one more time to the second side. The arm comes over and return. Okay, let's do some more twists. Again, these are just our usual kind of light, breezy twists. We want to start out slow and respecting a full belly if we have that. If we don't, we can go a little deeper. Again, remember, taking these moments to aid in digestion, work on self-care, and breathing. Nice and easy does it. And then we'll come back and slow down, and we're going to do some balancing poses. Oh, actually, no, first let's do our sun salutations. I got a little bit of sun left. I have to excuse my stepping on this board here. It's kind of keeping my chair from sinking into the ground. Last time it sank in like 2-3 inches. So anyway, we're standing facing our chair. Normally I do it on the other side, but Olaf's laying there, so I guess I'll go on this side. Inhale the arms out and up. We go from Tadasana to extended mountain pose. And exhale, we fold, taking our hands to the seat of the chair. Nice deep breaths here, and then we can lower down even further, taking our forehead to the seat of the chair if that feels right for us right now. And then come up to a flat back. You're going to take your left hand up to the sky, twisting open, and then come back down. Take your right hand up to the sky, twisting open, and then come back down again. We're going to step our right foot back and then our left foot back, sending our hips high and far back for downward facing dog. Nice deep breaths in your downward dog. The armpits come open, the heart sinks toward the ground, and we stretch. We'll twist in our dog. If you feel steady, take your left hand off the chair, reach it towards either your right hip, your right back of your knee, or maybe your right ankle, somewhere on your leg where you feel steady and you're protecting yourself. And then if you want to deepen that twist, you can even just give a little pull, like bending that right elbow, engaging that, left bicep, and looking under your right armpit. A nice deep twist in your downward facing dog. And then release, place your hand back on the chair. We'll push forward into plank pose. The shoulders come over the wrists. You can take it a little deeper by stepping your toes back and lowering your hips. Nice tight core here, strong back, even breathing. We'll finish it up by stepping the right foot forward and then the left foot forward. We'll bend the knees just so we can get a good arch and the heart lift into cobra pose. And then round up slowly and steadily to stand, coming back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Breathing in, lifting the arms up, extending skyward. And then exhale, folding down towards the earth. Again, bending the elbows if it suits you to deepen the fold. Lift up to a flat back. Once again, we'll twist. We'll take our right arm out and up, twisting towards the sky. And then back towards the earth. Take your left hand up and out and reach and twist and release. From here, we'll step back. Left foot goes back first, followed by the right, and then shoot the hips up and back for downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Shavasana. Stretching in our downward dog, lifting the hips, opening the armpits, letting the heart sink towards the earth. Breathe deep. This time we'll take our right hand off the chair, if it feels good, towards that left leg. Anywhere on your left leg that feels good for you, grab on. And then use that to leverage a deeper twist. Maybe you feel comfortable looking under your left armpit. Come on, back up. Place your hands back on the chair. Let's push forward, up onto the ball of the toes. Tight core, plank pose. The shoulders are over the wrists. Once again, option to deepen the pose by stepping the toes back, letting the hips sink down. Breathe deep, no matter which option you've chosen. Then step your left foot forward and your right foot forward. Bend the knees so you can lift the heart for baby cobra. And then slowly round up to stand. Shoulders come up and back. We return to Tadasana, completing our sun salutation. Okay, let's move on to a balance pose. I like to add more challenging ones, but today, let's just keep it easy, kind of keeping in with the theme of self-care and these familiar poses that are just so wonderful for us. We're going to do our tree pose. We're standing on the right side of our chair. We're going to ground our energy down and towards the earth, that strong, soothing presence of the earth, focusing our weight on the left foot. We get light on the right foot, and then bending the knee, open up that hip, tighten the core, tuck the pelvis slightly, broaden the shoulders. You can have options for your foot placement. You may want your toe on the ground and your heel on your leg. You can also pick up your foot towards your calf or lift it all the way up on your inner thigh. Choose your option for the day. I think I'm going to stay kind of low just because this board's a little wobbly. Steadies the chair, but wobbles the balance. Reach up with your branches. We got our bare branches here for late autumn. And breathe. Balance is so important, right? It's good for getting the calcium into the bones. It's so critical as we get older and we lose our bone density. Nice steady breathing and release. Let's go around the other side of the chair. The dog side of the chair. Hello, Olaf. And we'll do the same thing. If you'll see that board creaking. Again, you want to channel your energy down towards the earth and focus on that right foot, grounding down in the right foot, getting light in the left. Bending the knee, opening it up, finding your leg position, wherever that may be. And then grow your branches. Bare as they may be this time of year, find your balance. If you wobble, that's good. You know that your balance pieces of your anatomy are fired up and doing their job. They're in your ankle, your inner ear, in your eyes. If you fall out of the pose, you take your time and go slowly back into it. Or not. And release. Okay, let's do our flow. Let's sit in the chair. We'll start with it sitting. I feel like the sunshine's kind of running out of the sunshine. Oh, I said let's go. I guess what that means to Olaf. Okay. So what we're going to do is start with forward folds. We're going to we're sitting up with good posture in our chair, right? And we're going to work on compressing the colon. And we want to go in the direction of digestion. So we'll start, we're going to start, I got to really think of my left and rights here. We're going to start on the right side, go across, and then go down the descending colon, right? So we're sitting tall. We're going to inhale the arms up. Exhale, we're going to turn our torso towards our right leg and then fold over. So you only want this side of your torso on that thigh. And what you're doing is compressing the right side of your torso, the right side of your abdomen, that ascending colon. You're compressing that just with the use of gravity onto your right thigh. You can drop your head here. And with each breath, you feel gravity pulling you down a little bit more. You inhale and it brings fresh blood to the body. And you exhale and feel gravity compressing your torso and your abdomen to your thigh. And then rise up, arms up. Turn your torso towards the left. And same thing, fold over, straight spine towards that left leg. Let the left side of your torso only compress on your thigh. Let the right side hang down. Release into the folds and work on deepening the breath. Breathing in, bringing fresh blood. Exhaling, letting gravity increase the compression on that left side of your colon. Inhale, come up. All right, let's do that again. And then we're going to stop in the middle with a cat-cow to get the transverse colon. And then we're also going to do a pose that's called half gas releasing pose. And I have to just look at my cheat sheet on the other side of the dog to give you the Sanskrit Ardha, which means half, Pavamuktasana. And that's half gas releasing pose. That is a pose that you can do after a meal, laying in your bed. You lay in your bed, you pull one leg up into your chest, and then repeat the other side. And the idea is to kind of get things moving through. And if you pass gas during class, that is like A+. It means we're doing it right. So again, sitting up tall in your seat, your legs are a little wider than your hip distance. Inhale, the arms go up. Turning towards that right thigh and fold over. Let the right side of your abdomen compress into that right thigh. Breathe deep and exhale. Breathing in again, and exhale. Lift up, arms up, and then take the arms to the knee. We'll do a cat-cow here. First, we'll round. We're going to compress that transverse colon, getting the blood circulation tucked in tight there, and then release, pulling the heart and the belly forward, expanding, letting the blood flow. Once more, contract, and then release, and then come to neutral. Lift the arms up, breathing in, and exhale, fold towards that left leg. Oh, I'm losing my son. She's breathing in deep and exhaling fully. Again, we're working on compression of that left side of the colon. And then lift up straight back. Now we're going to pick up our right foot with our hands. So you can push down into the ground with your left foot, lift up in the right. Maybe you can clasp your hands behind your thigh. If this is not accessible for you, no big deal. You just bend forward over that leg one more time. But if you can lift it up, pull into your belly. This is a strong move, but it's very good for compression. If you can go deeper, if you want to go deeper, you can wrap your hands outside the shin and really hug that thigh into the the right side of your abdomen. This is your half gas releasing pose. Breathing in, breathing out, and let it go. So that's the one side of our colon going up. Now we want to go over, do cat-cows, rounding the spine, and release. Rounding the spine, and release. Come back to neutral. We'll do the other side. So you're going to ground down with your right foot, get light in the right. Pick up that left thigh if you can. Again, if not, you have the option just to fold over it. We'll do the same thing. This just adds a little more oomph, a little more workout. Broaden across the shoulders. Again, if you want to wrap your fingers outside the shin and pull that into your chest, really compressing the abdomen on the left side. The shoulders are broad. The biceps are engaged, aren't they? Let's flex the foot. Nice, deep breathing in our yoga. And release. Okay, after that, we're going to add on our chair pose, and we're going to twist to both sides, because those twisting poses, again, they're very good for digestion. So inhale the arms up. Exhale, turn the torso towards the right leg and fold over. Nice deep breaths, and then rise up. Take the hands to the knees. We'll do a cat pose, and then a cow pose. And then come to neutral. Inhale the arms up, turn towards the left leg, and fold over. Breathing in deep, nice and easy, and then rise up one more time. Turn towards the right leg. Take the hands down. See if you can grasp around the thigh. You can either fold into it or bring it up, compressing into the chest in whichever manner works for you. Breathing in and breathing out. And release. Turn towards the center. Do your cat pose, compressing the bowels. And then your cow pose, energizing and getting that blood flowing. And come to neutral. Inhale the arms up, turning towards the left, taking the hands down around the thigh. Again, you can fold in or lift up, compressing your left thigh against your left abdomen. And release. Take the arms up. Take the feet together, just so that they're hip width apart, and take the hands down to the heart center. We're going to hinge forward at the hips, and we're going to twist. So we're going to turn the abdomen. What you can do is take your left elbow to your left thigh, and then open up. If you feel you want to go deeper, you can take that left hand outside your right knee and deepen the twist, reaching up towards the sky with your right hand and down towards the earth with your left. And then unwind. Come back to the center and sit up tall. Reaching up, breathing in. Palms come. Exhale the hands to the heart center. Anjali Mudra. Hinge forward at the hips and turn the torso to the left. Again, you can take your right elbow to your right thigh and open it up. Or if you want to deepen the pose, you can take your right hand outside your left knee and use that as some leverage to get a deeper twist. Again, these twists are so good for digestion. Squeezing the bowels and then releasing. Reaching up with the left hand, reaching down with the right, and then unwind. Take the arms up and release. Okay, this time we're going to add on just a familiar flow. We'll add on our warrior two, our side angle pose, reverse warrior sequence. Take the feet just a little bit wider than the hips. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, turn towards the right leg and lower down so that the right side of the torso comes over the right thigh, and then lift up. Hands to the knees and do your cat pose, compressing and then releasing. Extend cow pose. Come back to neutral. Inhale the arms up, twist towards the left thigh and fold. Nice deep breaths in your forward fold, and then inhale, rise up. Turning back towards the first leg, you're going to take your hands down around the back side of the right thigh and fold, or lift up off the ground. Actually, folding then lifting up feels really good. Pulling it in, deepening that pressure if it feels right for you. Let's do a little ankle roll here. 2 times to one side, 2 times to the other side. Feels good. And release. We are going the ascending colon over the transverse. So we're in our cat pose and cow pose and cat pose and cow pose and neutral. Inhale the arms up, turn your torso towards the left. Take your hands around the back of the left thigh. Fold in and lift up if that works for you. Deepen it if that works for you. Let's do those ankle rolls. They feel good. 2 times in one direction, 2 times in the other direction. And release. Let's take the arms up again, inhaling. Take the feet in, exhale the hands to the heart. Once again, we'll twist, hinging forward at the hips, turning towards the right and opening it up. Go to whatever depth suits you. Maybe you try a little deeper this time. Maybe you don't. It's all good. Come back to center, sit up, hands at the heart center. Hinging forward at the hips, rotating towards the other side and opening it up. Breathing in, enjoying the full sensation of the twist, respecting your body's limits, and appreciating the fact that your body knows exactly what it can do. Come back to center. We're going back to neutral and open the arms to a T. We're going to go into warrior two. So what we'll do is we'll pick up that right foot, step out to the side. Extend your left foot towards your dog, straight leg if you have that capability. And then take your gaze off over your middle finger into the distance. Nice, deep, steady breathing in your warrior two pose. Even, you can check back at your other arm, see if you're even. Make sure you're not leaning forward or pulling back. And then we will lean forward. So we're going to reach off to the right side to make some space. Take our right forearm to our right thigh. Our left hand comes up and over. Thumb up, pinky down, reach. You want to feel a long line of energy from your left heel, through that hip, through the side body, up, through the armpit, and up to the thumb. And come back, warrior two. Let's do reverse warrior. Take your right hand palm up, arch it back, bring it up through the air, scooping the air around, and then come back to warrior two. Take your hands into the heart center. Return your legs to the front of the chair, and then we're going to do the same thing off to the left. So our left foot comes off, steps to the side. Our right leg extends long and straight. Our bodies are facing forward. Arms come to a T. Take our gaze off into the distance over the left middle finger. Find your drishti point, a point of focus. Soft, contemplative, but mindless focus, right? And then we'll go side angle pose. So lean a little to the left, make some space. Take the left forearm to the left thigh. The right arm comes up and over. Feels good. Long lines here. Feel the stretch. Feel the expansion. Feel the space you're creating in your body. And then come back, warrior two. Flipping the front palm up, arching it back, reverse warrior. Strong, graceful pose here, right? This feels so nice. And then come back to warrior two. Drop your arms, bring your legs in, come back to center, shake it out a little, get a sip of water if you need it. And then what we'll do is we'll repeat the whole sequence, but we'll add on a high lunge. and a twist. And then we'll come back to center. And I think it's hard to tell by the sun, but I might be getting low on time. So we'll finish out, I think, by adding on goddess pose and doing some twists there too. So in the beginning, we start out in mountain pose, seated in the chair, right? Let's take the feet just a little bit wider than the hips. Again, sitting tall. Inhale, the arms come up. We exhale as we turn the torso towards the right leg and then fold over. So the right side of the torso is compressing on the right thigh, letting gravity do its business here. Breathing in, expanding the chest, exhaling, sinking down onto the thigh. Inhale, straighten the spine, come on up. Face center, take your hands to your knees. We'll do a cat-cow here. First, our cat pose, compressing that transverse colon, and then expanding, letting all the blood rush back in. Come to neutral. Inhale, the arms come up. Exhale, turn towards that left leg and fold over, just so that the left side of the thigh, the left side of the abdomen is compressing against the left thigh. Again, take a deep breath in, feel the chest expand. And exhale, feel the weight of gravity sink down onto that thigh. Inhale, the arms come up. And we turn towards that right leg one more time. Fold over so you can grasp your hands behind your thigh and either continue to fold or pull up on that thigh so we can bring the thigh into the chest for the half gas releasing pose. Compress it into the chest as much as feels good. And then release. Working on the transverse colon, rounding into cat pose. Arching into cow. One more time, contract, rounding into cat. And then pulling the heart and belly forward for cat pose. Really pinch the shoulder blades together here. Go all out and then come to neutral. Inhale, the arms up. Turn towards that left leg. Fold over so you can clasp the hands under the thigh and either fold deeper or lift up that thigh towards the abdomen and chest. Go as deep as feels good for your body right now. And breathe. Really take time to appreciate all this work we're doing for ourselves, right? It's so important. And then release the leg down. Inhale the arms up. Take the feet in together and come down through the heart center with the palms, Anjali Mudra. Going to hinge forward at the hips and then twist our torso as deep as we want to, as feels right, and then open up for revolved chair pose. Again, take your bottom arm over across the lap as much as feels good to deepen the twist for you. And then unwind, come back up, sit up tall, Anjali Mudra. Take a deep breath in and let it go. And then hinge forward at the hips and turn the torso to the left. Again, finding your position where you can go as deep as feels comfortable and opening up the arms. Using the leverage across the lap if that feels right for you. Breathing in and breathing out. Feel the expansiveness of this pose. And then unwind, take the hands towards the heart center, and then open up to a T. Go into a warrior two pose. We're going to pick up our right foot, step it out to the side, extend the right leg straight. Whatever direction and angle works. It can be straight on or it can be out to the side, whatever feels best for your body. But you want to have the energetic moment in this pose. It's a warrior pose. And then side angle pose, so leaning off towards the right, right forearm to right thigh, back arm comes up and over, stretching long lines for side angle pose. Come back to warrior two, flipping the front palm up, taking it back, reverse warrior, and come back to warrior two. Now what we'll do is take our hands in towards our heart, come back towards the center. We're going to just pause here a moment and refocus before we finish out the sequence. And now we'll move on. So take your right foot, pick it up to the side, and then turn your torso to the side. So you're facing the side of the chair. This left knee drops down toward the ground, and then stretch the foot back any amount that suits you. And then reach up toward the sky for your high lunge pose. Let the belly fill. Let the heart reach toward the sky. Arch back just as much as feels good. And then take a twist, coming down towards that front knee, twisting towards the back of the chair. You're going to be looking over your right shoulder. Again, you can use your hand against your knee for leverage as you look towards the back of the chair. And then unwind, arms up, high lunge. And then take your hands to your heart center and turn your hips back toward the front of the chair. And then from here, we're going to open the arms to a T, picking up the left foot, stretching out the right foot, and finding our warrior two. Making some space, left forearm to left thigh, right arm comes up and over for side angle pose. And then back to warrior two. Let's take the palms in for a moment. Take the feet back around to the front. Collect ourselves. Breathe in deep and let go. And then we'll move on to high lunge. Let's reach up first. And then we're going to pick up our left foot, step it off to the left side of the chair, and then turn our torso and our hips towards the left side of the chair. Maybe walking that right leg out, back straight. You might just be more comfortable with your knee bent. Totally up to you. Find what's best for you. Reach up for high lunge. Again, maybe just reaching up and arching back just a little because it feels so good. And then come back and twist down and towards the back of your chair, looking over your back left shoulder. You can use your right hand to take a little leverage outside your left knee and deepen the twist if you're feeling ready for it by now. We've done so many twists. It should feel good, right? And then unwind, arms up. And take your hands into your heart and open up towards the front of the chair. Keep the feet wide. And let's open cactus arms for our goddess pose. One last set of twists and we'll call it an end. We're going to take our right hand, our other right would be our left hand to our right knee and reach our left arm out behind us. Our right arm out behind us. I'm so sorry. Left and right. So we have our left hand on our right knee, our right hand stretching out behind us. Really deep twist here. See how far back you can go. And then unwind, come back to goddess pose. Cactus arms in our goddess pose. I'm going to take our right hand to our left knee, take our left hand extended straight back behind us, and deepen our twist. See how that feels. See how deep you can go, really aiding your digestion, keeping your focus on your body, and working on peace of mind. Deep breathing. Unwind and back to cactus arms, goddess pose. Take the feet in, take the palms into the heart center, close the eyes, and give thanks. Come back to the breath and give thanks. Give thanks to those around you. Give thanks to yourself. And remember, really take time for self-care during the holidays so that you don't end up seeing me in the wrong place at the wrong time after the holidays. Nice deep breaths, breathing in and breathing out. Okay, open your eyes, settle back in your chair, just so you have a firm support against your back. You feel firm support under your bottom and your thighs. Roll your shoulders up and back, and just let your hands dangle by your sides. Let's have some shavasana, some quiet time. Come back to the breathing. Let it slow and deepen and steady. Feel the effects of our yoga practice. We've compressed and released. We've increased our blood flow. We've slowed things with our breath, getting a handle on our stress. Always come back to the breath. Always take care of yourself. Despite all the stress and hustle and bustle of the holiday season, the big meals, come back and take care of yourself. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay, let's wiggle our fingers a little bit, move our toes, open our eyes and sit up tall. Roll our shoulders up and back. Let's share one full breath together. Breathing in, our palms touch, and we exhale together. Thank you. Namaste. Enjoy your holidays. Take care of yourselves. And again, consider subscribing if you wouldn't mind, just so I can get rid of those pesky commercials. Take care. Bye.